Today we're gonna analyze the most brutal ads on the ad library because in paper lead, right, competitive research can determine if your profit margin is 20% or 50%. Media buying makes a huge difference, and it's the only factor aside from getting the good best clients possible, obviously, and also being in the right market. Watch my vertical video, it's a fucking hour long, and if you haven't determined on a vertical, it's perfect for you because it's no dopamine, no bullshit content. But anyways, being able to understand the consumer psychology behind ads is one of the skill sets everybody needs to utilize in pay per lead to get better ads, to get cheaper leads at a better quality, to sell them for a better margin, because that could mean 20 or 50% profit margins for your business. In pay per lead, media buying is the second biggest lever, right? Aside from choosing the verticals, so check that video out. But anyways, let's go to rid of all of this stuff and freaking get into this bullshit ad.
In a car, companies are trying to remove a viral social media video that claims people.
News ad, right? 3 seconds, insane hook, dive straight into it. Most people, how it works, like in this specific vertical, is they are undereducated people, so they don't know this is AI. They actually believe it because let's say in car insurance, like MVA, right, motor vehicle accident industry, how it works, guys, is that somebody named Tony, right, maybe like a black guy, 40 years old, uneducated. Okay, that was racist, so let's make it a white guy, 40 years old, uneducated. He gets into a car crash, right? And what he does not realize is that when he goes to the insurance company, he thinks that the number that they presented to him, that he's gonna only get compensated $10,000, right, for the whole car accident. That doesn't even cover his medical bills, because obviously healthcare in like the US is a beast, right? He thinks the insurance company only has one number, it's 10,000. It's a leave it or take it scenario, and obviously he's not gonna throw away free money. So he's on the verge of taking it. But then Tony sees this ad, right? The ad that's about a freaking fake fucking news podcast with a blonde that looks like she's like from a news anchor, like the perfect news anchor. And he sees, okay, you can actually not.
People involved in a car accident in the last year could receive up to 10 times more from their settlement without hiring a lawyer or going to court.
So here she already overcame two unconscious objection that the Tony had, right? Because Tony was thinking, okay, like insurance is like only paying me $10,000, right? I can't even cover my medical bills, but how am I going to get through this, right? It's so painful. I don't have the money, right? I have missed time at work, right? I need to be compensated for everything, but they just offer me 10 grand, not even enough. So she sees this ad, right, and he initially thinks, okay, I might be able to like sue insurance or something, or talk to them, or like hire a lawyer to deal with it, right? That could be possible. But then what Tony makes the realization, okay, this ad is telling me about, I actually don't have to do all of these things that I don't want to do, right? I don't need to hire like a crazy lawyer, right? I don't need to like freaking talk to insurance, deal with all of this stuff that I don't want to deal with. I can actually not do this thing and still get paid 10 times more than what insurance offers me. Insurance offered me $10,000, so I could technically get paid $100,000, right? That's insane.
Watch the full story now.
If you want to qualify for
podcast ad, dive straight into podcast ad because it has authority. People in podcast ads, they think people in podcasts are the shit, right? They have authority. There's some person, that's why they're in podcasts. Even though the AI tonality of this is so bad, right? It sounds so bad. But they're uneducated and 40 years old, so they don't know it's bad. And that's usually the target segment in car accident industries. And it's one of the most insane verticals on the whole planet, if you guys didn't know.
For a huge check like this one, here
people spending $200,000 a day. The biggest company doing $50 million in revenue. I have a video coming up about them, right? Car accident insurance, MVA, is one of the most complex, but also a very good vertical. So if you haven't chosen a market or industry or vertical to pursue, go check it out. It's the best video I have on my channel, and it's 1 hour of pure fucking juice. I swear after this video, you're gonna have an orgasm from the specific content that and value you're getting from it. But here you can see that a lot of elements throughout, right, an industry are present. In this specific car insurance industry, or like whatever that is, right, you see checks and numbers that catches attention, right? You see that in a lot of ads. I'm not going to show you all, right, to waste your time, but a lot of them have like checks and ads, and you need to take a look every time you go into a vertical. Take a look at the 2,000 different ads they have, right? Like, be autistic about it and just like look and note down patterns of things that actually have like they actually are correlated with, right? Like checks and numbers you see here. Okay, I'm gonna take checks and numbers, right? I'm gonna note that down and have that in my next ad, see if it grabs attention, because it grabs attention. That's why so many people have it in their ad, and that's how you build up, right, specific like specific instinct in a vertical, specific, you know, elements in a vertical that always convert and catch attention. And that's how you make good ads in a specific market.
Here's how. Give me 30 seconds.
Obviously you have different types of format. I'm gonna make a video about it. UGC, right, like AI UGC. You have a lot of this crazy deep 11 laps voice with freaking like energy layover, like every 2 seconds a thing changes, the b-roll changes, right? Then you have freaking e-commerce ads in car insurance industry as well, with like animations of like the neck or like the back pain. There's like a face on the on a guy's back. It's actually quite funny. A lot of ads, right, that it just needs to grab your attention. And here's like, give me 30 seconds, I'll tell you how that works, that you can get all of this money without doing the stuff you don't like. Because in ads it's about risk reversal, right? Saying the things even though it's a bit bullshit, right? It's a bit black hat, right? But you need to, like, as lead generators, that's how we put food on the table, and that's why we do it.
And I'll show you how you can get this check from your car accident, just like thousands already did. Follow these 5 steps.
So it seems pretty easy. Follow 5 steps. It's not like super difficult. So I listened to them for like an hour, right, and just jump through it. And here's like, you don't talk to insurance. Okay, I almost like fucking accepted their offer, right? And this guy is telling me not to talk to them, and he looks legit, right? It looks like the Helpful Hackies podcast. Okay, it looks like a legit podcast. Remember, guys, the target segment is not the brightest, so. Yeah, and here you can also see that it has 400 likes. So in adspy.com, you can see how many likes they have, which is an indication of how good an ad is, right? Because it has 400 likes, they spent a few $1,000s on it already, and it works. So that's the deal. And what's also insane is that here you basically, for instance, you have freaking this like, you know, lady, right? And it's like an AI avatar. It's not in the car insurance industry, but I'm just saying, with VO3, right, Gemini Omni, you can create some crazy ads. And this one is a fear-based ad.
I'm a woman on a blood thinner.
So it's like saying like, hey, I'm a woman on a blood thinner. If I don't like have this specific device, you know, it's not good for me because I could collapse any moment, right? I have all these bad spots, and it just really captures your attention. Because it's like, but guys need to be careful with ads like this, because the medical thing, Meta and Facebook is very sensitive with. And the last thing I want to give you guys is that how important
3 ways
it is, right? The hook, the first 3 seconds is where all the attention of the ad comes in, right? It's so freaking important. I know, okay, here's some high level sauce, and I want you guys to know this, right? There are people that are testing first 1,000 different hooks, right? And they're using the best hooks from the test and making ads with them, because the hooks always, like, they make the huge difference. And those media buyers I'm talking about, they fucking run $200,000 fucking a day budgets, right? So I'm not talking about some small players, way above my level.
to get paid after a car accident that you
So follow this channel if you want to get sauce that's way out of your level, that's gonna blow your mind freaking apart.
didn't know existed. Number 1. It's not by going through insurance or calling attorney after attorney pleading your case. There's an insider compensation strategy that is being used this year across the US that helps victims.
Insider compensation strategy, that's a unique mechanism that they are not, it's always the same thing, right? On the back end, what happens, right, this specific contact number is going to get sent to a lawyer. The lawyer has a call center, calls him up in freaking 30 seconds, and gets that, like, 1 in 10 leads convert into a paying customer, right? And that customer may mean a $50,000 case. So the lawyer makes about 20 grand in profit or something like that, 10 grand in profit, depending on how they structured their operations, right? And that only gets paid out after 8 months, because there's like these cases, right? They don't immediately produce money. It's not like in 2 weeks, it's over 8 months, right? So they pay maybe $2,000 for a case, right, for acquired client, because they paid 10 leads for $200, and 1 out of 10 leads converted into a client, so they paid $2,000, and from that $2,000 they made $10,000 profit over 8 months. So it's like reasonable.
Make sure they are getting paid the maximum amount they're owed. This
And that's why you have people that run $200,000 to $300,000 budgets on a daily basis in car accident insurance industry. It's one of the most insane verticals out there, the most complex.
process skips all the insurance hassle and stress.
And if you're interested into making big money, right, choosing the right vertical, right, DM me on Telegram as well as on Instagram. I'm a small creator, as you can see by the view count, and I'm very glad you discovered this unbeatable business model, because you're gonna get into it before it, like NPCs ruin it, right, by the gurus and stuff. So, and one of you, select few of you, I will scale up on a profit share basis, if it's because I want to make one of you my best case study. I'm being completely transparent there. If you have any retainer-based marketing background or any marketing background at all and want to take pay-per-lead seriously, I will scale you up on a profit share and make you my best case study. DM me, right? And for the people that don't want it yet, like, check out my Telegram. It's like pure value as well. Only heavy hitters join it, right? Not only, also some beginners, obviously, but there are some heavy hitters, and there are about 300 people now. It's the biggest group on Telegram with pay-per-lead, so check it out.
And instead just maximizes your
money, checks. Similar elements throughout the whole industry. This you can also apply, right? You can apply the same terminology and hooks, right, from one insane industry into another. I can guarantee you that, because like, if a good ad is a good ad in, like, for instance, car insurance, right, then you can take that hook and put it into auto insurance industry as well, because it's similar and verticals, right? So these hooks, you should have a media buying SOP, standard operating procedure, like basically a document where you track everything, so you don't do this research for nothing. A master sheet where you have everything, all of the different concepts of the ads that are working, the elements that make them work, the hooks that make it work, and the specific pacing of the ad, and then also music, right?
3 ways to get paid after a car accident that you didn't know existed.
This specific hook works so well, right? As you can see, 300 likes, so it's a winning ad. Anything over 100, I would say, is a winning ad. On adspy.com, it's $150, but super worth it, right? For you guys that don't have money, you get hooked or something else. But this reminds people of the car crash they have been in, right? This like impact and thing. It just triggers psychological response, which is why it works so well.
Number 1, maximum amount. Just maximizes this program's free site.
So I hope, guys, this video was helpful. Give me a follow, small channel growing, gonna be viral and shit. And then love you guys, and